get the door. So here we go. Day 4. Day 4. Let's put our devices away, please. And here we go. You keep the first set of parentheses. Keep this. You change subtraction to addition. And we're going to take the opposite of all of these. So that's going to change this to 10x plus 2 plus, when you take the opposite, 6x minus 1. So I am going to put together like terms, 10x and 6x.
All students need to be in class at 7:25. 7:25 teachers, no students are allowed into your classroom without a pass at 7:25. Thank you very much.
Oh, did you got one late tardy pass already? Wonder if they'll undo those, because I didn't mark you. And we have plus 2 and minus 1. We are adding these together. Do I do anything with the variables? No, you keep the variables as they are. So this is the x family. 10 and 6 make 16. And 2 plus a negative 1 is going to be plus 1. How many had 16x plus 1? All right. Very good. Any questions about that? Tristan, let's put the hood down. Take the cap off. Is that a cap? Okay. Put the hood down. Brianna, can you put your hood down? Why is everybody got hoods on? It's not cold in here.
You look like you just seen it snowing outside. Somehow we got hoods on. That's kind of a... I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that was like a question that was just out of ordinary. It's a little cold out in.
But we're not outside. Okay. All right. Next one. 3x squared minus x plus 5. That's the first one. You keep it as it is. Change subtraction to addition. And take the opposite of all these on the inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite all of these. Okay. And then I'm going to stack them up vertically. Maybe you do vertically, maybe you do horizontally. So this is 3x squared and negative 2x squared. Then I've got my x family. That's a negative x and 3x. And then finally I have my constants, a positive 5 and a negative 1. So I add these together. You keep the same end part. You keep the variables all the same. You don't do anything with those. So 3 plus negative 2 should be positive 1. A negative 1x, that is your coefficient, plus 3x gives me 2x. And 5 plus negative 1 gives me 4. And that should be your final answer. Any questions about those? So what's the difference between adding polynomials and subtracting? Not a lot, except we don't subtract. Instead, you change to the opposite. Yes? Okay, because we do not subtract. Do you see how this is all in parentheses, okay? So whatever is in here, we no longer subtract. We change this to an addition type of problem, and you take the opposite of everything inside. So the opposite is going to make this negative 2x. It's like you're distributing negative 1 times everything inside, which makes it the opposite sign. Okay? There. Good question. Hey, if you're not sure, you've got to ask. I am not, what do you call those? A mind reader. I am not a mind reader. Okay? All right. Let's go then to our notes. Multiplying polynomials. Did anybody try the homework last night? Homework number 2, Did you do a little of it, or are you waiting till tonight? Let's see where we are at. We actually got through a lot of stuff yesterday. Okay. Looks like we are on page 7. On page 7. I'm going to start with example number 4. I'm not going to do the one up at the top. I think we got enough of those. So if I can have your attention up here for just a minute. If I were to do this, okay, I would distribute this 2AB by multiplying with everything on the inside. This subtraction would not be subtraction then. Daylin, can you look up here for just a minute? Because this is exactly what we were just talking about. So I would change the subtraction to addition and then put this negative with that on the outside. So then negative 7a gets multiplied by everything, like that, okay? So all subtraction in between two sets of polynomials, you add the opposite, all right? Okay, now let's go down to the bottom. We have equations now. We are going to have to solve. When you solve for something, you are going to get a variable equal to some number, okay? And it's kind of a lot. So you want to go slow and you want to go step by step, okay? So first of all, it says negative 16p equals negative 2 times that binomial plus 3 times that binomial, okay? So we're just going to start off. Negative 16p, that stays the same. The negative 2 here gets distributed with everything on the inside. So that is negative 2 times p and negative 2 times 3. Okay. Then my next one, I see I have a positive 3, and that's going to get distributed with each item inside the next set of parentheses. So that is 3 times 6p and positive 3 here times negative 30. Okay. So I'm just going to simplify for a minute here. Negative 2 times p is negative 2p. Negative 2 times 3 is minus 6. 3 times 6p is 18p. And 3 times negative 30 is negative 90. Okay? Any questions about what I just did there? Does that all make sense? Can we move this over just a little? Thank you. All right, so then I'm looking for like expressions, like terms that I can combine, okay? So over here on the right, I have negative 2p and 18p. I'm going to put those together. And then I have some constants, negative 6 and negative 90. Okay? So over on the left, I'm just keeping that negative 16p. It just keeps bringing it down. Equals negative 2p plus 18p. And then I have a negative 6 minus 90. Well, if my pen would write. Negative 2p plus 18p. Again, you're only looking at the coefficients. That is 16p. And negative 6 minus 90. What is that going to give me? Minus what? Negative 96. All right, so we have an equation here, and I have variables on both sides, and they are the same variable. So let's get them to the same side, okay? Since my number is over here on the right, we're going to move this 16p. How do I move it mathematically over to the left-hand side? No, I need to subtract because it's positive, right? So minus 16p minus 16p. Over here, these are going to cancel out. And negative 16p minus 16p is going to be negative 32p. That is equal to negative 96. I am solving for p. We are multiplying between those two, so divide by negative 32, divide by negative 32, and I get p is equal to positive 3. So it's just taking it one step further by making it into an equation, okay? You still simplify and distribute all those things that we have here. The negative 2 gets distributed, the 3 gets distributed. You follow everything along, step by step, and end up with p equals 3. How would I check this if I needed to check it? Exactly. Substitute 3 back up here for every p that you have. And what you should end up with is something like, 20 equals 20. The same answer would equal the same answer. Okay? Any questions about that? All right, let's go to letter B then. Okay? So this time we have an extra little something over here on the left. They have us even distributing on the left. Okay? So here we go. We need to distribute this with everything on the inside. We need to distribute the 2t with everything on the inside here, and the 2 with everything here. And then you need to combine like terms. So I'm going to write them all out. Negative 5t times 2t. And then I have negative 5t times negative 3. Equals another equation. Okay, so we're going to be solving. So then I have 2t times negative 5t. And I have 2t. Oh. Where are you coming from? Oh, this is not me. I don't teach geometry. Turn to bolt. Bolt is 2 doors on the left.
It's because there is E.
Oh, gotcha. No. Yeah, I am E109, but she's E107.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You too? Okay, let's move this over. So 2t times negative 5t, and then I take 2t times 4, and then I take positive 2 times t, and positive 2 times negative 4. Whew, almost ran out of space here. All right, so now I can start to simplify. Okay? So negative 5 times 2 is going to be negative 10. This is t times t. Remember, t to the first times t to the first. You add the exponents. So that is t squared. Then I have -5 times -3 is positive 15t, because there's only one t there. That is equal to 2 times -5 over here is -10, and then I have a t to the first times t to the first. You add the exponents, that is t squared. 2 times 4 is 8t. Give me just a minute. Right here, I have 2 times t, that is 2t. And then finally, 2 times -4 at the very end is -8. Phew! That's a lot. How we doing? Did everybody get that? There you go. Any questions about that? All right, so then I need to combine my like terms. Okay? Where do you see some like terms on the same side first? Same side of the equation. Do you see any? Excellent. Yes, 8t and 2t, that's 10t. Okay? The rest of them, okay, they're all going to stay the same for now. So I got -10t squared plus 15t over here. All right, so I need to get these terms. I've got t squared over here and t squared over here. Okay? I need to move it so they're on the same side. So what can I do to move this over here? Add it. Yes. So let's add 10t squared. And make sure it's on the opposite side of that equal sign. Add 10t squared here. These cancel out. These cancel out. So I have 15t equals 10t minus 8. Hey, I've got t's individually on the same side. Let's move them over to the other side, this side, because this is just a number. We want to keep that number. So how do I move 10t to the other side? Yeah, subtract. Subtract 10t. Whatever you do to one side in an equation, you have to do to the other. The 10t's cancel out. I am left with 15t minus 10t is 5t equals -8. Okay, and you're like, hey, that doesn't seem to work. It's okay. Trust the process. I am solving for t. Right now, t is being multiplied by 5, so I divide by 5. I divide by 5. 5's simplify out, and t is equal to the fraction -8/5. So again, you just need to be very careful when you are distributing. Make sure of your signs. Negative times negative is a positive. Negative times positive is negative. Okay? When you have like terms, but they're on opposite sides, you need to get them all on the same side. So you will have to, if it's negative, you would have to add. If it's positive, to get it to the other side, you'd have to subtract. Okay? Any questions about those two problems? No? Okay. Please use your notes as you are going through that last homework, because we're done with the notes now. So you have lots of time right now to work on homework number 2. That is due tomorrow. And if you still have homework number 1 that you need to finish, then I want you to work on homework number 1, okay? But I'm going to be coming around, checking, seeing if you have any questions, if you need any help. Okay? All right. So let's